Good morning. Got my coffee, had my breakfast. We're gonna see if we can put a lawnmower back together here this morning. Do a little cleaning. Oh, I cleaned up pretty good. Got the surface done. There's a couple nicks or a few spots, but I don't think it will hurt anything. Got the head cleaned up pretty good as well. Not as good, but... What? Thank you, bud. For the record, I am not a trained mechanic and have no freaking clue what I am doing. But we're putting it back together. We got our new gasket here that appears to be symmetrical. Like I don't think it matters if it goes this way or this way, other than that it's got a little bit of a hump to it, but we'll smash that down when we put it on there. So we're gonna put it like that. We're gonna set it on there, and we're gonna put some bolts in it. I almost forgot the push rods. We're gonna need those. All right, now I am 100% certain there's a torque spec for all of those bolts. I'm also 100% certain I have no idea what that torque spec is, but they're on there, and I got them tight. And I even used a hand wrench instead of an impact, so they're not over tight. But I think we'll be fine. I could probably look it up if I really wanted to. I don't. Okay, we'll make sure our valve are clean there and get our valve cover put back on. Well, the front cover's back on. We got this shield put back on here. We got the exhaust put back on. Now we can put the electric clutch back on, and then the air cleaner. And then I think we got a whole engine reassembled just like that. I think that's it. I think it's all back together. We need an air filter. We got a new one. Well, let's see what happens here. Started up pretty quick. And it's not blowing out smoke and oil like it was. Hey! Fixed it. What a deal. Alright, we'll put the shield back on and be done with it. So I fixed our lawnmower. Ryland's working on fixing this lawnmower. It's yeah, he's learning how tools work, specifically hammers, but also all of the other tools. Next project for this morning, we need to go pour some concrete and finish the posts up there at the irrigation field, or kind of bollard posts, keep people from running into our well and pumping. All of that stuff. So we're loading our concrete up, get some water here. We'll go get that done. Alright. Gonna need to bring weed whacker up here, or some Roundup, or something. I don't know. Weeds are getting out of hand here. Anyway, we have 2 holes to do yet. This one and that one. Get them cleaned out. Get our posts in, and we're gonna fire up the generator and start mixing up some concrete here. Posts, like that. One more to go here. And we're gonna need some more water in there. We let Brock do the heavy work here. I'm quality control and concrete placement guy. Better than a wheelbarrow, right, Brock?
Backhoe bucket.
Or a backhoe bucket. There. Now Brock's got a job for tomorrow. Wire brush and paint our posts. Last 2, and bring the weed whacker up here. Clean this stuff up. We'll get the backhoe, and or maybe the 40-20 in a box pan, and try and grade our path down from our pipe that we buried. That will help. But yeah, we gotta clean this place up, make it look a little nicer. We can mow our filter strips. We're in our Michigan filter strip mowing window, the 1st to the 15th of August. But I'm trying to wait as long as possible so that it stays short for when we have people up here later in the month. It's definitely wetter up here. Yeah, we had a little more rain yesterday. I don't have a rain gauge up here. I should have one up there, but I don't. So I'm not sure how much we got, but it is definitely wet out there. We won't be starting irrigation up. Let's see, today's Wednesday. Not until probably the 1st of next week at the earliest at this point. Maybe over the weekend. Since we wrapped up the concrete stuff up at the irrigation field there, we brought the mixer back here. In a case of if you don't do it right the first time, you'll get to do it again the second time. We're redoing some work that I did a few years ago. So I have a lot of water that comes off of my driveway here, and it slopes this way. There's a downspout over there that just pours out here. Like when we had that rain the other night where we got 2.6 overnight, this was all just underwater. And where that water needs to go is that way. And then they came in and put a giant leach field in the middle of my lawn here and cut the water off from going that way. So now we have a tile inlet that runs into a perimeter tile, and it goes around and out into the field tile, whatever. Well, I have a surface inlet here that I had in there, but it got smashed and it broke, and then it was just sucking water and it was kind of eroding a little bit, and I thought, all right, we got to fix this. So I got a new one, and the problem before was that I had cut my tile too short, and so it wasn't secured in there very good. I also didn't tape it to the box like this one is now. I did have stone under it. It was sitting square when we initially put it in, but then I just backfilled with dirt around it because it's in my lawn, right? Well, we're gonna do it right here. So we extended our tile a little bit. I taped it into there. We got some nice gravel in the bottom, and we raised it just a little bit so it's a little more flush with the lawn. We're gonna backfill some dirt over here, but then we're gonna put concrete around this thing to hold it in place, and should make it much more sturdy, secure, stable, unbreakable. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what we're doing. Well, there. It's probably not perfect. I could have set it down just a little bit so it was more slope into it, but whatever. The tile is right there behind it with gravel almost all the way down. The water is going to get away. This is for major rainfall events when there's a foot of water out here to let the heavy stuff in. So we'll let that dry and cut our sign off, grade the dirt off around it a little bit. The other thing we can do is just add a little bit of dirt. I'm gonna go clean out the back of my truck and we'll find some lunch. So this afternoon, I think Brock and I are gonna work on hanging some steel down there in the seed warehouse. I'm gonna take the man lift over, so I'm walking over across the road to get it, where he's been painting this barn. I gave you a progress update. It looks really nice. He has done a fantastic job. It looks great. Still working on some of the trim, finishing the white coming down the sides of the doors there and stuff, but he said he had most everything done that he needed the man lift for. I guess, I don't know, he can use it more if he needs it. But he's about done with it. So he did replace a few boards like on the corners here that were rotten, but for the most part, yeah, cleaned up really nice. Looks great. Hanging steel. Got one sheet up, getting ready to put the second one up. And then the hard one. Got Brock on the other lift, so he can get up to the high stuff a little bit easier. Still got our board up there. Yeah, it's not too bad. It goes all right. Pre-drilling the sheets really helped, so I got holes drilled for all of the screws, so they're all in perfectly straight lines, and I know where to put them. Yeah, that's super helpful. That one's kind of dirty. It's the one that was on the top of the pile over there all spring when we were treating and moving seed in and out. So yeah, it got a little dust on it, but no, it's going good. So now we got to trim this next one. It's not a full width sheet, so we got to rip it lengthwise, and then we got to trim around those braces there that hold the roof to the trusses. So we got to do some measuring, and my tape measure has left since the last time I needed it. I think it's in the truck. Brock's going to get it. Got the last sheet here trimmed up. We're fairly square now. Don't look how straight that cut is. Not that you guys can see anyway, because I can't cut straight, but we're only off 1/4 of an inch from the top to the bottom as far as square to the truss. So I think that's a win. And that edge will get kind of tucked up underneath the edge of the truss anyway, so you won't be able to see it. And then I trimmed where the braces are supposed to be. We'll see if it's right or not, but we'll get this one up there. Well, we got that bay done, so we're working on the next one here. Got the J channel up for the bottom edge there, and now we got to get the insulation put in that bottom bay. Been using up some of my scraps, cut-offs of the foam board, and then stuffing some of this unfaced bats of insulation that I have, because when I got all of the insulation, I tried to get faced stuff, the craft paper on all of it, and some of it didn't have it. So, oh well, whatever. Yeah, let's get about 6 more of those over there and the insulation, and we'll go. We measured out the holes for the next group of sheets, the next bay here, marked them all out, and now we're gonna drill. See how Brock does. He's only broken 1 bit in 2 holes. Did you break that bit on the first one or the second one?
Second one.
When I was doing it, I had to throw a bunch of bits away that were just garbage and didn't cut at all. So if that one feels like it's not cutting, go pick a different one.
I just don't want to break another one.
Understood. Yeah.
Is it the X or the dot?
It is not the X, it's the dot. Okay. Well, there we go. We're not going to hang anymore today. It's after 4. I got plans tonight, so we're just getting stuff ready. We might be able to do it tomorrow, get another bay done. That would be good. We're halfway on the first row. Halfway of 1/4. We're an 1/8 of the way done with the steel. Oh, that's depressing. This is a 2-year project. I thought it would take me a year. It's going to take me 2. Well, that's it for today. We didn't do too bad. Got a lot done. I came home a little bit early. We're cooking myself some real good dinner here. A couple porterhouses on the grill because, as you may have seen in yesterday's comment section, it's my birthday today, so cooking some dinner. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Happy birthday, dear Daddy. Happy birthday to you.
You gonna blow them out? Yay, sissy!